Hi, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Allison and Katie's Animated Adventures. I'm Katie.
I'm Allison.
And today we're going to be discussing the first two episodes of Justice League Unlimited. And today we have a special guest with us to discuss the first two episodes. It's Lewis.
Yes,
Say hi,
hi.
Lewis.
Thank you for having me. It kind of sounds like when I hear Katie or Allison and Katie's Animated Adventures, it seems like it should be like you guys should be animated.
Oh,
Yeah.
So like maybe we can work that out somehow.
That'd be
Get
cool.
you guys animated.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Then we could put you guys anywhere. You guys could be in like
Space.
a forest or
Under the water.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's figure out how to make that happen.
Okay.
I wish I could draw. I can't draw.
I can't draw to save my life. So today we're discussing the first two episodes of Justice League Unlimited. I remember watching Justice League Unlimited on TV, but we watched it on Netflix.
When did it come out?
1997.
That
I actually don't know if that's accurate or
it's
not.
not accurate because
Doesn't
I
look
was
like it's
because
from the 90s.
I was in middle school when it came out, so
Oh.
early to mid 2000s. I can always look it up. I don't know why. I just don't look it up. Bear with me.
Let's see. No, you guys. 2004.
Okay, so I was right. Yep, 2004. So I was 14 when this came out.
Man, you're old.
Lewis, I wouldn't say that too loudly because we're almost the same age
But you're older.
by a few months.
Older's older.
By a few months. So
You'll be getting that AARP card before I do.
yes, and I will happily become a member of AARP when it's my time to become a member. Right now, it's not that time. Anyway,
Yeah.
so
Have you gotten the early bird specials yet?
No.
Wow.
the digs. So I was like, okay, I have to watch this for tomorrow. It's been a while since I've watched the entire series of Justice League Unlimited, so I didn't know how it was going to be, like for me. But
Yeah.
once I saw the WB logo and Bugs Bunny and then the theme song started playing after the introductions of Green Arrow and Green Lantern, I started getting nostalgia and I started getting excited. Then I started sitting. I will admit I started dancing in my seat as it was first playing. That's how much of a nerd I am. Anyway, so yeah.
I don't have any nostalgia for it because I hadn't seen any of it before. And I don't know why. Like, I never really watched, like, anything with the Justice League in it.
Mm-hmm.
Not for, like, any, like, real reason. But
Yeah.
just, I guess. I don't think I had much interest in watching anything with superheroes when I was younger.
Mm-hmm.
And I was in the first grade in 2004.
Yeah,
So,
so this was
pretty young.
well before you were.
Yeah. I don't know what I was watching then, but
Yeah.
it wasn't the Justice League.
No.
Yeah, no, I didn't watch this as a youngster either. I had never seen it before. I will admit when I saw the TVY7 rating, I was like, oh my god, this is going to be just dreadful. But you have to remember it's TVY7 for like back in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
TVY7 now is like, Paw Patrol.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like things have changed a lot.
Yeah.
Like this show, I don't know that this show gets made the way it is
Oh
now.
no. Oh
Like-
no. Yeah.
So one of the things that really stood out to me in the 4.5 episodes that I watched was the way Wonder Woman is kind of like talked to and kind of
Yeah.
demeaned. And I mean, she, she takes it and, she doesn't, she kind of like just brushes it off and everything like that. Like you can tell like they're trying to show that she's a strong female character.
Mm-hmm.
But my goodness, the way that these villains and even the way that some of the non-villains talk to her.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of disparaging remarks about women in leadership roles. A lot
also-
of sexualization.
It's also 2004, so it's
Well, that's
like
what I'm saying.
yeah, it's like
Yeah.
also before like the Me Too movement kind of a thing, and what was normal within like
Yeah.
I think not just like in Hollywood, but also in like animated cartoons for preteens and adults. I would say that this show is also geared toward adults in some.
I don't know that it is. I don't know that
Really,
it is
because
geared towards
I
adults.
remember when I was watching this show on TV, it wasn't shown like in the afternoon when I would get out of school. It was later in the evening, and it was during
yeah?
Toonami. Yeah,
Oh.
on Cartoon Network.
Why is
So-
it TVY7 then?
It was probably one of like the first two slots of that Toonami would show the cartoon because it like anime. It was weird because they would show like Naruto and Inuyasha and I don't know what else was running then, but like more closer to like midnight and 1:00 in the morning as opposed to the earlier evening.
Who watches TV that late?
I did
As a kid?
in high school, yes, on a Saturday night.
Kind of makes sense.
Yeah,
In high school, I would stay up like all night and then go to school.
yeah.
So,
So you guys were watching this in high school?
Yeah, well, rerun. Not so like the anime stuff, that was more high school. This was more middle school.
Interesting.
Yeah, but like I said too, it was like Toonami there would be Toonami shown during the weekday, and that was like evening dinner time.
Yeah.
And then there would be Toonami shown on the weekends, and that was the programming listing was varied.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
At least that's what I remember.
yeah, it was I mean, I think it's kind of like in the same vein of Disney.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's going to be some stuff written in there that is for adults, but it is for children.
Yeah.
Like I said with the Wonder Woman stuff, I mean, there's one scene in I think the third episode where the guy that makes this like costume for Ares or this armor for Ares is like, I guess he made Wonder Woman's armor, and he's like, yeah, come on back if you want to loosen up that armor a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my goodness. You can't say that to Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman would clock you out.
Yeah.
It's been a very long time since I've seen this series all the way through, and just seeing these first two episodes that I watched, it was like wanting me to be like, oh, I could easily get back into watching this series again for two reasons. The tension between Batman and Wonder Woman is very real and
Palpable.
very palpable, and the Flash. The Flash is a sarcastic character, and I've never seen his, aside from like the live action Justice League, with his like live action counterparts, I never watched like his TV series on the CW because I don't know, I'm just not that interested. But I love his cartoon rendition. I think it's a lot more fun to watch.
see, I didn't get any of that in the first episode.
No, because Flash
They don't
isn't.
really feature much at all. So.
No, I know. Again, Flash is not really in the first two episodes. I think he's more towards like the later.
Yeah, in the episodes, he didn't even show up. He
Yeah.
was mentioned a couple times.
Yeah, I saw him in the opening.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I guess. Well, that would make sense, but you don't see him in the episode
No.
unless he's in the background somewhere.
Oh, I'm trying to remember from the first episode. I think he's like
probably there somewhere.
He's
'cause
there.
They're all there
Yeah.
when
No.
Superman's giving his speech.
Yes, he's there, and I think we see a little bit of him, but there's no interaction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Batman and Wonder Woman stuff was good. I mean, there's one part I think in the third episode, maybe the fourth episode, where they're on top of a building naturally,
Looking down on
looking for evil or trouble
on
And,
New York City, and it's varying.
Yeah, and there's people walking out of a play, and you could tell they're on a date and they're kissing and stuff like that. And Wonder Woman goes like, "Oh, don't you want something like that, like a date night with a single female?" And then she does this thing with her hair, and he's just like, "No." And he's like, dating within the group is a bad idea or something like that.
Yeah.
And then of course trouble breaks out. But yeah, you could tell that they're going to be like, there's going to be some stuff that goes on between them behind closed doors.
That's never put on. That's never animated.
Bummer.
Yeah,
It
no,
doesn't go anywhere.
it does not go anywhere.
It's a
And
shame.
I can remember, and talking about it now, I can remember when in my first full watch, as more of like an adult, because I remember watching it again on Netflix as an adult, watching this and going, what, that they're not going to go anywhere with this? There's just going to be that tension there? But
It's a shame.
I know.
Let's talk about the first episode for a little bit, since
Yeah.
we all watched at least the first episode. Green Arrow.
Yes,
Question for you guys.
sure.
The end of the episode, Green Arrow comes out of the shower.
Mm-hmm.
He's got the towel on.
Yeah.
He sees the hot blonde across the way.
Black Canary.
Yeah. So, again, he just got out of the shower.
Yeah.
Why is he wearing the mask?
Secret identity, I guess.
I guess secret identity, but
That makes sense to me.
I know because everybody kind of knows their alter
Yeah.
ego because Wonder Woman calls Batman Bruce and Bruce calls Wonder Woman Diana.
Yeah.
So maybe it was lazy animation and just thought it was easier just to animate, like draw his mask instead of drawing his actual face. I don't know. Maybe Green Arrow just really wants to
He's
keep
committed.
his identity secret, his actual identity secret, which doesn't, I mean, half the people on that space station don't wear masks. So, yeah.
Which I think is kind of lame. I like the secret identity stuff. I think it's interesting. And it's just,
I mean,
day one you know each other. Kind of lame.
yeah. Well, I mean, Superman's disguise is a pair of glasses, and then he's Clark Kent. So,
Yeah. Now, the second episode.
yes.
So, Allison, in the second episode, it's Superman's birthday,
Oh,
of course.
okay.
They don't tell you how old he is. But you can imagine he's probably pretty old. When Batman and Wonder Woman arrive together,
Yep. In her invisible plane,
which wasn't invisible,
it was invisible.
I could see it.
I know, but it's invisible to the world that they're in. But we can see it. It's how it's always animated. Just go with it. Just go with it.
All right. You ever see The Family Guy?
No.
Where somebody flies up next to Wonder Woman and she's in her invisible plane, and it turns out she's in the bathroom, and so she like gets up and she's like, "I'm actually in the bathroom. If you could leave me alone." And then he's like, "I noticed you didn't wash your hands."
Oh my God. Of course
That's when Family Guy was good. And not just like disgusting. So they arrive, and Superman has been kind of like taken under.
He's been
by
ensnared.
by this plant.
Yeah.
It's like attached to him, and it's sent him into this dreamlike state where basically it gives you what you desire the most.
Yeah.
Right?
Your heart's desire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Batman's is so messed up because when Batman tries to rip it off him and it goes to him, it's just his parents don't die.
Yeah.
And then when
Yeah.
Wonder Woman rips it off his parents, like you see the
He
his parents get
relives.
shot.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
He relives the traumatic experience of losing his parents all over again.
Well, that is a bit intense.
Yeah, but with Superman, when Batman rips the plant off of Superman's chest, he loses not only just his planet, but a family that he would have had, and his parents are still alive, and
Yeah. And a very affectionate Lois Lane.
yeah, I don't know that she was Was it Lois? Well, they didn't specify who the
They
woman...
didn't say it was Lois, but I
No,
just
they
assumed
didn't
it was
say
Lois.
it was Lois.
Why? Who else would Superman desire other than Lois Lane?
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
But yeah, she was affectionate.
Uh-huh.
Again, for a kids show.
This is why I'm saying that...
But you know, I liked that stuff better
Yeah.
than the crime fighting stuff. So like even the stuff with Batman and Wonder Woman, like them just having like casual conversations, like I liked that stuff better
And it just...
than I liked the
Yeah, it just... And I remember throughout the series, it gets progressively better because there's a lot more dialogue than superhero fighting. And I feel like... you get more emotionally invested when they become a little more personable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I mean, in the first episode, the fighting wasn't really interesting at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like they're gonna win, I'm
Yeah.
assuming. It is, like, ultimately a kid's show.
Yeah.
But
I mean, like, because Justice League Unlimited and Justice League kind of, like, flow together. So, spoilers. If you haven't seen Justice League, stop watching, watch all of Justice League, and then come back to this. But at the end, like, the series finale of Justice League, Hawkgirl turns on the Justice League and on Green Lantern because they were an item by the end of Justice League. So Hawkgirl isn't even here yet, and they that whole conflict. So they lose. The Justice League loses at the end of the series finale.
Oh.
Because they lost Hawkgirl, because Hawkgirl is now off doing something else.
at the end of the
Hawkgirls.
series finale?
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's the end? They lose?
They lose what though? They lose a member?
A friend
Hawkgirl.
who betrayed them
Sounds
I don't
lazy.
think I've heard of
immensely.
them before.
Yeah.
Wow, guys.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. That was... Okay.
Also, the two guys that show up later on, was it like Hawk Guy and Dove Guy or something like that?
I don't remember.
I was like, who are
I don't
these two
know.
clowns? Like,
Yeah.
and what's their power? Like, yeah, there's almost like just too many of them. But in these first ones, they really just like focus on the main,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. To introduce to everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. It does get better.
Yeah. And Supergirl's a little spitfire.
She is. She's cousin to Superman.
Well, yeah, I figured
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Are you
Like,
sure?
who else would her cousin be, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, my knowledge. I gift it to you guys, and you just squash it. That's fine.
It was implied.
That's
you know?
fine. Green Lantern did say her cousin, and then yes.
Yeah, I
It
thought
did.
that was rough. She was like, "Did I do a good job?" And he basically was like, "You're the worst."
Yeah.
But she did a good job.
Yeah.
Incidentally. you
It's
did
a-
good
yeah.
job.
She's still the worst, though.
Because she didn't listen.
Yeah. I didn't think what she did was that bad.
No.
Also, if you're that government and that army, why wouldn't you want help stopping that thing?
I think what they were trying to portray was like North Korea.
Oh, yeah, but, I mean, at that point, it's okay to get some help.
From foreigners?
But what were they gonna
Yeah.
do?
Yeah,
They
they
had
were.
to have known by then there was nothing they could do.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
The mental capacity. It's like it would get way too complicated to try and explain it.
Yeah, just take the help. And then when they were like, when Captain Atom dies,
Well, he doesn't.
or doesn't die,
He doesn't
but,
die.
kind of disintegrates. And then, he said, like, if something happens to me, call the rest of the Justice League, and then they don't. I'm like,
Yeah.
y'all might need to do that because all this Green Arrow guy does is seem to shoot arrows that
Fancy
don't
arrows.
seem to do anything to this thing. And Green Lantern is all messed up.
Yep.
So maybe call Superman
Yeah.
to clean up y'all's mess.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
I thought
man.
it was nice though that ultimately the one who doesn't have powers, is the one who defeated
Yeah.
So he's like Batman.
the robot.
Yeah.
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 The
And-
big nuclear robot.
Yeah, and I don't know, like, did he say he didn't want to join the Justice League because, like, he works alone, or was it because he doesn't have powers, he doesn't feel like he belongs
So
there?
he didn't want to join the Justice League because he fights for the little guy, and when you're so far up,
He's like Robin Hood. That's why he looks like Robin Hood.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think what he initially is afraid of is that if he joins the Justice League to fight the big monsters, that he'll somehow forget about the little guy. But I think Green Arrow puts it into perspective where I can't remember if it's Green
Batman,
Arrow
that
or
puts it into perspective.
Batman. That the monsters that we fight ultimately help the little guy. So
Step on the little guy.
yeah, they step on the little guy. So
Yeah.
if you're fighting if you're fighting the monsters and you're ultimately helping the little guy.
You know what I've thought on multiple occasions?
Mm-hmm.
Remember when, like in the first Avengers,
Yeah.
when all those like alien things are like flying around and they're like fighting all those things
Mm-hmm.
and everything like that. And you imagine like police are around somewhere. Obviously they can't do anything. Great time to rob a bank.
No, it's never come into my
Yeah.
mind.
Perfect time
There
to rob
was
a
a
bank.
time.
Yeah.
That would be the
Yeah.
time.
Like
Yeah.
no one's gonna be paying attention to that bank. So like Green Arrow in that instance might be the one that's like okay, like I got Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman fighting all these alien people, and while that's happening, Joe Schmo over there is thinking he could rob a bank, and hurt innocent people. I'm gonna stop him.
Yeah.
He might not be off base.
Yeah. True. True.
But
True.
also, like, can't you still do both?
You can do
You know,
both.
You can fight
Yeah, why not?
aliens one day, then the next day,
Yeah.
go do whatever you want. Like, because also it's like he's talking to Batman. Is that implying Batman's only fighting aliens?
Right.
And he's not also
Right.
fighting street level crime? Because I'd find that hard to believe.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah,
The Joker is still being the Joker
yeah.
Yeah.
in Gotham.
Yeah. And at first I thought because he was like, oh, I can only shoot arrows. And I was like,
Yeah.
well, you're talking to Batman. So
Yeah.
like, how does that. But
Yeah.
I guess if that wasn't his reasoning, then. But it's still like you're talking to Batman. He'd get it more.
Right. Than anybody else. Yeah.
Batman also gave Superman cash for his birthday, if you were wondering.
Oh.
He did.
How much did it say?
Didn't say.
Didn't specify, but Bruce
It was-
Wayne can
yeah.
afford to
Yeah,
give
I'm
a
sure it was a good
good amount of money.
Decent amount.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe a vacation or something like that. He could buy himself a vacation.
I don't think Superman does vacations.
It's a shame.
Yeah, he doesn't seem that type of
Think that
person.
he doesn't have to pay for a flight.
No, he doesn't. He can just fly.
Yeah, be great.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
You could just spend the money on a hotel or something like that, or a
Yeah.
nice bungalow on the beach.
Uh-huh.
Go pick up Lois Lane.
Yeah.
Make that kid. That was in his vision.
There is a series where it follows just Superman and Lois Lane and their personal life.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What series is that?
Superman and Lois Lane.
Oh.
Yeah.
There's too many of these shows.
Yeah,
I
there's a lot.
know. I know.
You can't keep track of them.
And it's a live action show too. It's not
Oh.
it's not an animated one.
Yeah, that defeats the purpose.
Yeah.
My one question.
Yeah.
Is at any point in this show, is Nightwing there?
I don't remember. You would have to watch the series to find out.
Yeah, but if he's not there, I don't want to watch it.
I don't think he is.
It's disappointing.
Yeah. Why is Nightwing your
My favorite.
your animated crush?
I wouldn't say crush, but he's my favorite.
Okay.
Because I never really watched much like DC superheroes besides
Mhm.
things Nightwing was in.
Yeah.
Or like when he was Robin.
Uh-huh.
Nightwing gets a 3-second cameo in the entire series.
All right.
He's talking to Batman.
I don't know. It
Ah.
just says he gets a 3-second cameo in the whole series.
Better than nothing.
I don't remember what episode that is. You gonna find out?
Let's see. The article's a little too long to
Oh. So,
just tell me something as simple as which episode.
yeah.
But Nightwing is in it if you want to hold out for those 3 seconds.
don't know.
Yeah.
But it's worth it. Maybe
I
I'll watch
would-
the episode.
I would think it's worth it.
Interesting. So Nightwing is only in Justice League Unlimited for 3 seconds because of a strange policy that limited the appearances of Bat family members on screen.
Interesting.
It's all about money.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, that's disappointing.
Yeah.
I like the Bat family.
Yeah.
So,
All about money.
Yep. All of that money. So, I'll definitely continue the series, though, for
Are you
sure.
gonna
Yeah,
continue it?
I'm gonna go back, I think, and just watch it because there's certain aspects to it that I think I miss, and I want to watch it again.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. And they're short 20-minute episodes, so it's not like you're really making a lifetime commitment on it.
True.
And I don't even think the series is that long.
3 seasons.
Yeah. So
how many episodes a season?
I
Let's see.
I would assume it's not like 12.
know probably 24.
39 episodes
A season?
in the whole series.
Ah.
So you want us to do math to find out? It's 39 episodes the whole series.
The whole series. No math needed.
I don't know. You just added it all up.
It says it.
Oh.
Well, now after
26 episodes in the first season, then 13 in the second season.
Okay. But it's also not so in depth where if you just like you don't really need to concentrate on it, where if you just wanted to put it like out in the background while you're doing schoolwork, you can easily do that and
That's that's
not be
giving.
too distracted.
Not
Yeah.
while you're doing school.
Yeah, not
Maybe
while you're doing
you're,
schoolwork, kids.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe while you're cleaning, doing
Yeah.
something else.
Just goes to show what I did when I studied.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, I still passed.
C's get degrees. Remember that.
Excuse me, I was a B+ and A+ student.
Well, that's good. But C's also get degrees.
Well, now after what I've heard today, I probably won't keep watching it. So,
Probably
disappointing.
because no Batwing,
Nightwing.
Nightwing. See,
Well, if it doesn't, I don't know the Justice League like that,
I don't know the Justice League like that either. I just know what I watched, and I enjoyed what I watched. I remember enjoying what I watched, so I think I'll keep going with it. Lou, you're 5 episodes in. Are you gonna keep going?
Probably not.
That's a shame.
Probably not. Yeah. I don't know. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah,
But probably not.
fair enough.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what it is? It's cartoons for me. I'm just not a big cartoon person.
Now, since you've become an adult, or just
Even-
in general?
Even growing up.
Really?
I wasn't really into cartoons that much.
See, now I grew up on cartoons,
Yeah.
so I think I radiate more towards cartoons than anything else, just
Oh, yeah.
because it's what I grew up watching. Rugrats, Hey Arnold,
Yeah. I didn't really watch those.
Angry
I
Beavers.
mean, I've seen them, but I didn't really, It wasn't like, oh, I'm going to go home and watch that. I was
See,
more
now-
of like a Boy Meets World and like
Oh,
like that those kinds
yeah.
of shows.
See, now I can remember wanting to go home and watch. For the life of me, I can't even remember what I watched when I was really in middle school. But like when I was in elementary school or preschool, it was Rugrats and Hey Arnold and Rocket Power and all of the 90s
Yeah.
stuff.
I didn't really even watch like Pokemon that much or anything like that. Like I,
Yeah.
watched a few episodes and I was like, Pikachu's cute. Like, yeah, I want one. I want a Pikachu.
I didn't really watch Pokemon either, so
Yeah.
you're not alone in that at all.
Yeah.
I did watch a lot of Pokemon.
Did you?
I feel like it doesn't sound right, but I did. But only the original one. Like, I haven't really seen any of the
I-
dozens of.
Yeah, I think the
shows
original
since
is the original one. I remember being the better of every of the remakes or the continuations or what have you. None of the rest exist. Only the original series.
Yeah. Yeah. I liked Power Rangers.
See, I didn't watch the Power Rangers.
I didn't either.
Yeah. Well, by the time you were, like, Power Rangers got really bad real quick. I mean, granted, it was probably really bad when I was really young, too.
Yeah.
But,
I remember it being on.
yeah.
Just never watched
On
it.
a lot, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I mean, so, yeah. So any final thoughts about it, other than whether or not you're going to continue to watch it?
No, I think that's it.
Yeah.
Wonder Woman's a babe.
Of course you were going to say that.
She's a babe.
That's it. That's
Yeah.
all.
That was my prevailing thought from the 4 episodes I watched.
Okay.
Yeah.
So thank you everyone for joining us for this episode. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know also what your favorite DC superhero, supervillain is from this series, or your favorite episode. The next week, well, 2 weeks, we're going to be watching, I believe it's Batman the Animated Series, or it's X-Men the Animated
I
Series.
think it's X-Men.
X-Men. So that'll be fun. So please join us for that episode, and we'll see you next time.
See you next time.
Bye.